Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Stefano at the Giochi Uniti booth at Nuremberg looking at Schönbrunn.
Yes.
Mock-up right now, not a final produced game.
This is the final production except for cards and rulebooks because these are the English components, but the game is in Italian.
Okay.
So we just produced as a mock-up English components to show them to the game to partners, international partners.
So maybe give an overview of what we are doing in the game.
Yeah, this is a game about the Congress of Wien, a very important gathering for European history, which took place after Napoleonic Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time, in 1815, the six major powers of that time, European powers, gathered in Austria in the castle of Schönbrunn, which is also the name of the game, to decide how it's gonna look Europe after Napoleonic Wars.
Okay.
So mainly you have this board, which is also the original plant of the castles, of the castle. So you have the garden outside and different chambers, and in each chamber there is some negotiation is going on. So there are negotiation tables. Mm-hmm. So you have cards at stake in each chambers, different decks for each chamber, and there will be treaties, victory points, allies, agreements. So you want to get the best as you can from this negotiation. How to do that? Simple. Just you will send your delegates in your space at the table. For example, here we are handling the UK delegates. You send them to the UK space, but some of them are going to be open. Some of them are going to be covered.
Okay.
And since you also have some zero, maybe it's better to have the zero facing down. And at the end of the round, you see where you have the most power in the chambers, and you will get cards.
Okay.
So it's interesting because this game is totally asymmetrical. I mean, each power has the same influence power. The total value is the same, but it's split totally differently.
Okay.
So, for example, Spain has the big seven, a lot of, let's say, less strong delegates. Great Britain, UK has one more delegates, but it's at zero, so it could be a bluff.
All right.
And then each power also has special abilities they can trigger during the game.
Okay. So what are we doing with the cards when we acquire them?
Yeah,
what do we do
mainly
over the long run?
you will collect cards, trying to get sets because they will be victory points at the end of the game. But sometimes you can also hire new allies, and they will help you in the next round to have more power and more influence to the next chamber rooms.
Okay. And how long does the game last? 6 rounds? Or?
It's like 6 rounds, mainly 1 hour of gameplay.
Okay.
It's really deep, and let's say that it's really historically accurate. So everything is really also the artwork really represent the historical characters. Like for France, we have Talleyrand, or we have Metternich for Austria. And also all the stamps are really, all the artwork is really precise. And you also have an interesting mechanism that means then when you don't get anything from any chamber, the second best also gets something from the middle. So it's the equilibrium principle, which was one of the most important innovation from the Congress of Wien.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for the quick overview.
Thank you. That's Schönbrunn.
Schönbrunn. Thank you, Stefano.
You're welcome. Hi.